My dolphin noises? Yeah. I have a lot of random talents.
Counting? We ain't even counting no more.
Oh, we're not even counting. We're just rolling on. We're just rolling on episodes. He's like, I'm gonna see what you guys say before I know what you're saying.
Right.
He's trying to catch us.
All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fame. Fame as a chef.
Fame.
This is good.
Yeah, it's tough.
It's going to be good. I like this because there's so much that's happened in the industry with, chefs who have attained a certain level of fame. And, you've had some tastes of it, so you can speak to this. So let's just talk about it in general. Is that something like every chef wants? Like they want to be famous? Do you think that's like a goal, or is it just byproduct?
I can't speak for everybody.
Okay.
I think nowadays with the industry, yes.
Yeah.
I think that's a lot of reason why people are doing it.
Yeah.
They want the following. They want the people. They want the instant glamour. They want the instant glitz. They want all that stuff. I get it. But on a local level, yes, I guess you can say I'm well known, right?
Yeah.
I've done a lot of non-local stuff too. That my name's out there. Got it. But the fame part of it, there's only one way you get it, and that's the fucking customers, man. That's your customer base, and you can't help it. If you're people like your palate, and they like what you're producing, and they like the product you put out there, more people talk, more people come, more people talk, more people come. It just becomes a fucking complete buildup.
Yeah.
It's like an avalanche. Then someday you wake up and you realize, whether you want to admit it or not, that you can't go to the fucking store without someone saying something. You can't go to another restaurant in town.
Yeah.
And then you start realizing that, fuck, man, it's almost fucking, I go on the airplane and people know me from being flying out or into this area. I could be at a layover in Newark and people will come up and say, hey, I've been to your restaurant. I love you. I love your stuff. I watch you on Instagram or I follow you on Facebook, which I don't have a lot of followers, you know what I'm saying? But my video reach goes out quick.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone gets into this with the thing of fame.
Yeah.
Being famous in this is very hard because there's so many people.
Yeah.
So I guess when you're good and you have a following and people talk about you, you stand out quick.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Because your talk is above the normalcy that's going on out here in this industry. Back in the day, it was harder to be famous because there was less reach.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Harder to attain.
Right.
Yeah.
Food Network came around and made some celebrity chefs, but even then, there's not a lot of them.
No, there's
You got
not.
your typicals, your Gordon Ramsay, you worked his fucking ass off. He's a Michelin star chef. Yes,
Yeah.
he's famous, right?
Yeah.
Marco Pierre White, of course, he's one of the best decorated chefs in the world.
Mm.
Of course he's famous, right? Thomas Keller. Anyone going through Napa is going to Thomas Keller's restaurant who's anybody because he's famous because of the product and the consistency and the work.
Yeah.
You don't just get famous. No one just gets famous, right? People, even on a local level,
Yeah.
you don't just get famous. 13 years later, people recognize you because for 13 years, you've been making a statement in their life.
Yeah.
You've been producing, you've been working, you've been putting up with the bullshit. You've been dealing with fucking crap in your kitchen. You've been dealing with fucking going bankruptcy. You've been dealing with your fucking family issues. You've been working through everything. You've had your ups and downs, your failures, and all that stuff. But when you come out of it and you fucking work harder, the people that keep coming back are the ones who are making you famous, you can say.
Yeah.
Because without them talking about you, you're nothing. You're just a person.
Well, you want a level of fame, and there's pros and cons to being known and then being known on a local or national level. Totally different,
Right.
totally
Two different things. And a lot of people are famous and they monetize it, and that's the way it should be, I guess, right?
Yeah.
So if you want to monetize your fame, well, the more famous you are, the more money you're capable of making.
Yeah.
So for a chef now, fast forwarding to where I am now,
Yeah.
a chef now, yes, we worked our asses off, and the fame, I guess that's a hard word for me to say because I don't consider myself famous. I consider myself well known in my area.
Yeah.
Locally, my restaurant, with the help of my team, is known. So I'm the face of the restaurant. So it's pretty obvious who the fuck I am, right?
Yeah.
When it comes to this field.
Yeah.
If I walk into a fucking golf tournament, there's going to be, well, there'll probably be someone new. That's a bad reference. But if I walk into something out of my field, it doesn't mean everyone in there is still going to know me. So I'm not famous, right?
Yeah.
I'm only famous in my industry, in my element, right?
Maybe infamous.
Infamous, yeah. If, that's the Hell's Angel guy. That's not the chef. You see what I'm saying? So it
They
depends
know you
on who
for
I'm
something.
with. Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's people I know in this world who don't even know I'm a chef.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So back to the fame part. I think a lot of people have that glory. They want their name on it. Mm-hmm. Sous chefs want their name on the menu. Sous chefs want their name here and there. That's because it's a reward for the work they've been doing. I don't know if fame is part of that. You don't understand that until you're actually up against it and realize it one day.
Yeah.
Or you're just an egotistical fuck and you think you're famous no matter what. And that's not the case because there's so many people better. You know, I'm just a fucking ibit on the chef world. I really am. I really love what I do. And I work my fucking ass off to make sure I produce and my team produces. And we keep on that consistent trend of making our customers happy. So my fame comes in the customers that keep coming. As long as they're coming back, I feel famous.
Yeah.
In my own world, right? Now, there's a lot of people out there who can't stand me because they think I'm all about the fame and this. I hear all the bullshit. I hear all the rumors.
Yeah.
Fuck you all too. I know who you are. You know what I'm saying? And don't forget that I know who you are. Whether you're a chef around here or you're not, I know who you are because everybody runs their mouth.
Mm-hmm.
It's a small world. And I didn't ask for any of it.
Yeah.
The only thing I asked for is consistency and the knowledge and the strength to be able to continue moving the fuck on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Sharpen my knives, hit the grit, and fucking go for it. And if that's what makes somebody famous, that's the type of fame you don't control. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And no, it's not necessarily a great thing to be known everywhere you're going. It's not a great thing to just want to go to a restaurant somewhere and feel like you are going to be out performed or people are on eggshells because you're there. Yeah. That's not why I'm there.
Yeah.
I want to go have a pizza like you. I want to go just chill the fuck out. You don't have to come out with a 5-course thing. Chef Tony's here. No, it ain't like that. It's not
you
like
actually have a very moderate eating style outside of restaurants. You're not crazy.
I love to eat food, but it's very hard to really impress me with the food I really love.
Yeah.
The food that moves me is a whole different world. I'm not looking for that when I'm going other places. I'm looking for the same fucking time you are. I want to go out, have decent food. I want to have a good time. I'm not going to go to a shithole. I'm probably not ever going to go to a chain, with the exception of one. I do like to go to one once in a while when I'm with my brothers out there and we're having a good time. Texas Roadhouse to me is always a fun little time. I'll have myself a steak there and a baked potato and do the fucking onion thing. You know what I mean? And it's fun. So, but again, I walk in there. Nobody knows me there, so it's not fame there.
Yeah.
It depends on where the fame is. These people are looking for infamy. They're looking for this famous, I'm the chef, the best chef. There's only people are the one who tells you you're the best, not you.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? I try to explain that to the young people coming in, that you can say you're the best all you want. But if no one out there is saying you're the best, you're not. Yeah. And that's the end of the fucking story. And if they're saying this is the best place and this chef is the best, that means you're working for the best and you're going to be on the right road to being the best. I was there. When I was working for all the places I worked coming up, they were all the fucking best places, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And it was hard for me when I was young to not get my credit. So I know what the fuck I'm saying because I lived it and I know totally what it's like. And it takes a lot to process that. With the fame comes the pressure, man. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so we got to talk about this. So pros and cons of fame as a chef, because we already said, restaurant industry, there's an allure, there's an appeal to it. And so it can go either way, kind of like being the guitar player in a rock band. There's certain things that come that are really good and some things that can destroy you. So in the industry, we've seen it. I mean, the top chefs in the world that succumbed to whatever their demons were in this business. And, that's a big con. So with the fame, I mean, there's things that happen to those people. And even in now cancel culture, a lot of those things happen.
Sure.
Yeah.
There's a thing going on that when we get this fame that we didn't expect, I guess still here I am using that word fame, but when we get this fucking credentials, right? Mm-hmm. This image of yourself.
Yeah.
It wasn't expected. It wasn't expected. It wasn't right. Now, when you get in magazines, you're honored. When you get in photos on your fucking Instagram with celebrities, you're honored. But then when you start seeing more celebrities come, you now have the pressure of keeping that status. Mm-hmm. We don't have songwriters. We don't have fucking script writers. We don't have makeup people. We don't have showrunners or creators. We don't have that.
Yeah.
So for the people who are really famous and the team that they have to keep them famous doesn't exist for us. We fuck up one dish, we fucked up that moment of fame.
Yeah.
One food comes back on the fucking grill, we fucked up that one moment of fame.
Yeah.
You have 3 of those happen in one night, we're no longer famous, we're idiots. See what I'm saying? We don't have someone to go out there and fucking do the song and pony dance and get everybody back on track, and that didn't happen, right? There's no way I can call up some friends and say, hey, I need you to write me a menu so I can stay famous. Right?
Yeah, it's not really a conversation. And it's, like, I guess a lot of people you idolize as a chef who are chefs who've made more of a name for themselves. I mean, who are in your top few?
That's a hard one to answer because I mean, I look at the people who are on top of the world with it, which is a totally different demographic than I am even. Thomas Keller for an American. I mean, these guys like Marco Pierre White, these are guys that we all know their names.
Yeah.
But locally around here, everyone is trying to be the fucking best they can be.
Yeah.
So I get inspired on different levels.
Okay.
So there's some local restaurants. I'm not going to get into the localities with words and names. I'm not going to do that because I don't want to. There's a lot of good ones.
Yeah.
Trust me. And there's a lot of them that aren't ready for this shit. Get out of the goddamn same category. You're not. And I'm not talking about mine. I'm talking about ours. Because there are about 5 or 6 or 7 really good chefs out there. You know what I'm saying? They know who they are, and a lot of them wish they're on that list. But I'm not going to repeat that list in my locality, right?
Okay.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Well,
but I will.
Maybe that will come out at some point.
But I have my feelings, and there are a lot of inspirational chefs here. The guys who go in every fucking day, they grind it out. I can give you a hint. If I'm in your restaurant quite often, you're probably one of them. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And if I'm not in yours, it's because our fucking time frames conflict, and I just can't get to it.
Yeah.
I was able to go to a lot more restaurants when I only had one, and if you were in that category when you used to see me a lot and you don't anymore, you're probably one of them.
Yeah.
Right? But there's a lot of things now. When it comes to the fame, comes the pressure, comes the more hours, comes the times, comes the people who want to come to work for you, and you got to decipher which one's trying to snake and run your fucking shine or which one's really trying to learn and be inspired by you. Yeah. You don't learn that till 6 months deep when you realize you either fucking did good or you wasted all kinds of fucking money and time. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it all comes down to that. I mean, you got guys who think they're the reason you're in business. You got sous chefs or chefs, not sous chefs, sorry. You got just people in general, employees in general, who think that it's them is why you're so fucking good, and without them you close down, not realizing that for 13, 14 years in this, they weren't around anyway.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And then you got the actual crucial people who are part of the fucking team that really are a good portion of the reason.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The decision makers, the trendsetters, these are very important people. So how you handle the fame is how it's going to work for you, right? If you come in this game trying to get famous, you're fucked. You're fucked. You're not going to make it because you don't have the time it took to get someone famous who they are.
Yeah.
You know, if you're riding around in your fucking car and you're famous on Instagram and you're doing all that, that's one thing. But if those people are not walking in your restaurant, giving you their goddamn working money,
yeah,
if they're not trusting you with their blue collar or white collar money, they can go anywhere they want. And if they're coming to your place time after time, it's because they trust you. You to them are famous.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? You're not famous because a million likes from fucking Canada or the Caribbean or somebody liked your page. That's cool. You're famous. It's awesome. We all strive for that, right?
Yeah.
We all want to be known. It's life. We want to be recognized in life. Some people don't. Good. But to be famous as a chef, you have to put in the goddamn work and let the fucking people that keep coming here consider you famous. That's it.
I like that perspective on it. I mean, it is different because a lot of people jump right to the, they want the money or they want whatever it may be. And, with that comes the issues. I mean, drugs, money, women, like usually a downfall of most chefs in the industry has been one of those things.
That demise has happened to me on every level.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of how you fucking collect it all together in the end.
Yeah.
How the fuck are you going to carry on and say, shit, that wasn't right? Or, oh my God, I fucked that up. Or how you either fucking dwell on it or you cook something new.
Yeah.
Put some more ingredients in the soup or just keep serving a diluted broth. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got to get rid of that pot of broth and fucking cook a new soup. You know what I'm saying? So that has more ingredients. You can't unspoil milk, so get rid of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Open up a new batch. You see what I'm saying? And that's kind of how you have to do it. It's very interesting and very easy to go down that path. Once you start getting this much fame, or your restaurant gets much fame, people don't know how to handle that, and they go fucking berserk.
Yeah.
Once you start making money, and you don't realize that you're going to need that cocksucking money. That money is going to be needed, dude. You're going to need that fucking money. Trust me. You're going to have COVID come around. You're going to have a fucking disgruntled employee fuck up half your wine. You're going to have a power outage. Something is going to happen.
Yeah.
And while you're driving off in your car or going to fucking snort your fucking last week's take, fucking you're done.
Yeah.
I've done it.
Yeah.
Fuck
Well, you've
yeah.
been there. So, I mean,
Fuck yeah, I've
you've
been
experienced
there.
every one of these things.
Shit, I used to work for my drug bill fucking last week.
Yeah. Just to
So,
pay off.
Yeah, I'm trying to fucking talk homeboy into reopen so I can fucking get through next week. Those days were all there.
Yeah.
But it made me famous amongst them people because I kept going. When those junkies were dropping the fuck off one by one, I was still in there getting it.
You're just really fast about it.
And then one day you get to the point where you start realizing, fuck, there's a lot of eyes on me.
Yeah.
I can't come out of the bathroom fucking tweaking no more. I can't do that shit anymore. It's old. That's done. That was back in the day. But it got me to where I am.
Yeah.
But you can't do it anymore because you either care about the people who you're trying to impress and have come back to your establishment. You're worried about the money you're spending. $400 or something like that on a party night is not fucking worth it when you need to fucking pay 75 people.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So you have to understand and make a decision quick where you're going to go with your fame. You're going to go down the fucking gutter because no one's famous forever unless you are consistently famous and consistently working on it.
Yeah.
The second you stop working on it, you're fucked. You know what I'm saying?
Well, and you said like who you surround yourself with. So it really depends who you surround yourself with on how that fame trajectory takes you. Because you can either go off the cliff or you can just keep rising up. And
exactly.
it is like you have to have those, like, I guess if you give advice to any like younger chefs or newer people in the industry, like the types of people you should surround yourself with. Because you don't want a bunch of yes men and like yes women, whatever.
Exactly. And you know, I surrounded myself with about 4 to 5 people at a time when I was introduced to the drug scene. And I'm not talking all the drugs. I wasn't out there doing any, I'm just not a downer guy or anything like that. So I never got hooked up or even tested out with them opiates and stuff. But I've had my poisons for sure.
Yeah.
And loved them. And, I tried cocaine one time for 10 years. And we just went hard all the time. It was part of it, man. It was part of it. But now I'm looking back at it wondering how the fuck I did it. Because now I couldn't imagine doing it and keeping the creative mind and the palate and the tongue and everything I need to do what's right.
Yeah.
Right? And it was a time in my life that I was surrounded by them people and I let it fucking happen.
Yeah.
Then I surrounded myself with people who weren't doing it and I stopped doing it. Then I surrounded myself with people who now take their money and do other things with it. And now I'm surrounded by that. So that I just mentioned 3 different genres. And I was popular amongst all of them.
Yeah.
So now you take all 3 of those genres in the motorcycle world and everything else, and that's how you become popular. Now all these people are watching you. Even though you're not doing that shit anymore, they're still watching you. Even though you've changed your ways, they're still watching. And even though the people that you're with now are watching you grow, they're still watching you.
Do you think they're waiting for you to fuck up?
Some.
Yeah.
Some would love nothing more.
Yeah.
Fuck up. Some would love nothing more.
Yeah.
Some would. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I don't have that streak in anybody. I don't have that streak. I don't want to see anybody fuck up.
Yeah.
I want to see the truth about them come to light. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these phony fuckers out there, they're all going to end up fucking coming to light. I don't want to see them fuck up.
Yeah.
Because it fucks everyone else up too.
Yeah.
It fucks our industry up. I don't like to see that. I don't want to see the time wasted. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I don't want to steal anybody's people, but however, I'm here for you when it does. You see what I'm saying? Because if you're the only way to get fame and to get recognized and keep your recognition is to get your fucking ass to work and work your ass off and let everyone know that that is the first priority is their concern. And that's it.
Yep.
When they walk through that door, I read these reviews at the end. It's funny because, and I don't give a fuck about that because we have over 1,000 reservations a week over.
Yeah.
Right?
It's a lot of people.
And maybe once a week, we'll have a shitty review. So that means 999 other people fucking absolutely loved what we did. So I'm not going to stop everything I'm doing for fucking Cleo, who thought that the fucking goddamn water was too warm. I didn't give a fuck. You see what I'm saying? There's so many other people who didn't. You know what I mean? And we'll recognize what's wrong and we attack it as we go. Bottom line is, if you want to be famous being a chef, stop. Fucking stop, man. The only way you're going to be famous is being a fucking constant worker and being a good chef with a good palate and constantly delivering.
Yeah.
Paying attention to what's going on around you. Fucking get off your horse, ride it while you're on it, but get the fuck off it, man. Put it in a stable, let it eat, let it rest, and you work. You know what I'm saying? And then when you're ready to go for a ride again, get back on your horse a little bit when it's time.
Yeah.
Gallivant that motherfucker around. And then put it back in the stable and chill. You can't be on that horse every damn day. No. That horse is eventually going to get tired and fucking die if you don't feed it and let it rest. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So cook, think.
Do your job.
Do your job. Study. research, look at other chefs, go in other restaurants, get off your fucking high horse and think that you're so goddamn good you can't learn from someone else.
Yeah.
Because that's all you're ever doing in this industry, man. You have to learn it.
And we learned the hard way on a lot of it.
Yeah, we learned the hard way.
You know, and half the shit that happened back in, you know, even 10, 20, 30 years ago, if most people knew now, like, do you think you even would have had a restaurant if they, had that exposure, that cancel
the only
culture
reason the only reason my opportunities came to me is because someone believed in me.
Yeah.
And offered me an opportunity. Promise you, 10 years before that opportunity, I would have fucked it away.
Yeah.
Guaranteed would have fucked it away.
Yeah.
I wasn't good enough. I was too good. I need more. This ain't right. I'm going to take it. I'm not paying you back. Go fuck yourself. This is all because of me. That whole thing.
Timing.
I realized real quickly with that opportunity that I capitalized, and that's where the fuck I am. I'm thankful for that every time. Yeah. Mike and Joanna in Prevento, the local people are very fucking nice people. They're the ones who gave me the ultimate opportunity. Mm-hmm. And for them, they never make me feel like I owe them. But in my mind, I owe them with every step I take, because without their opportunity, there's none of this.
No.
So the fame comes with understanding and respecting all of that shit.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So let's read something.
And having people tell you no sometimes.
They got to say no, yes.
That.
Yeah. That happens too. But no. All right. All right, we're down here. This is a long one, KC.
It's a longer one, so strap in, people.
Yeah, right. Get a glass of wine.
Yeah, get a drink. Hold on.
Am I going to go off? Have you read this one? I haven't read this one.
I read through it. Yes, I think you're gonna. It's lengthy and it kind of pertains. So this will be fun.
Cool.
Okay, let's do it.
Disappointed to say the least. Oh wait, this is Taylor Johnson. Taylor Johnson. It looks like their fucking little ID thing here. What's it called?
Like
profile pic.
Profile photo.
Their profile pic looks like Chucky or some weird thing. So let's take this serious. Disappointed to say the least. We've been to Norfolk Luce many times. Thank you. Appreciate that. And it's phenomenal. Thank you again. I appreciate that. Luce, let's see. Secundo doesn't even come in secundo. No trophies or last place. Upon arriving, we were seated for our reservation within 5 minutes. We immediately ordered adult beverages. About 10 minutes, I had to share the booth with some spouse because I felt like I was sitting in a high chair. About 15 minutes in, we ordered dinner to include Caesar salads. The salads came 10 to 15 minutes later, and well before our original order of an old-fashioned and Aperol spritz. The salads came, and we both kept looking at each other like something was missing, as they lacked flavor. I'm not sure what was missing, and felt odd to ask for salt for a salad that even had bacon in it. Wasn't bacon. The drinks finally arrived halfway through the salad. The Aperol Spritz, a common drink for my spouse, and it was and it must have been the bartenders. Sorry, this is so long, I'm getting bored.
I know.
Anyway, first time in making this menu drink, I was Aperol Spritz with minimal. I can confirm based on the color. And my $80 steak arrives.
No, it's a special.
Which was supposed to be medium rare. I barely got it into the outer cut and realized it was rare. I was even something, and I ate, I hate reading this shit. It's so disgusting. Something I hate sending back food. It came back 10 minutes later and was still rare. I said something to the waitress so that so she would see that it was still rare. Pic attached.
Oh, they attached a photo. We don't have the photo, though.
That's a dick pic. And told her I would just eat it because there were no way I was sending it back again. My spouse liked the pasta. We planned to get dessert, but felt like we were striking out here all night, so we didn't want to take the chance. All around, the place is nicely decorated and the staff was nice, but I could have done better than this and would have done better. Okay.
Obviously.
So first of all, let me say this.
The grammar is great.
It's horrible. It's hard to read.
Excellent.
So all you who comment saying, Chef can't even read. No, I can read just fine. I can't read nonsense. I'm not literate in gibber. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, here we go. Check this out right from the beginning. You walked in. Everything was phenomenal. Perfect. Luce downtown, phenomenal. We have 5 tables there, 18 bar stools. It's a fucking staple. And everyone there has been there for at least 4 to 5 years, the hard crew. And they're doing a great job there. Fucking great. You're absolutely right. It's phenomenal. Thank you. For that, you get a 5-star review as a person.
Okay.
Now let's hash it up. 10 minutes later, 10 to 15 minutes, your salad came out. 10 to 15 minutes later is a long time for drinks, depending on the time of day, what was going on at the bar, what was happening. I can understand that gripe. So still on board here.
Legit, yeah.
Legit little gripes here. I got that. The Aperol Spritz was what?
The color?
The color.
Yeah.
Based on the color.
Based on
First
the color,
time this menu, let's see, Aperol Spritz. Is a common drink for my spouse, and it made the bartender's first time making them. It may have been our first time making the drink.
I highly doubt that, but
I doubt it. Yeah, with mineral Aperol. Okay, there's a thing we do basically, and we just say, "Would you mind putting a little more Aperol here?"
Yeah.
But you didn't do that. You destroyed your own night. So we make it according to the way it's made. It's made traditionally. A lot of people put a lot of Aperol because they can't get past of just taste of Prosecco or anything else. But that's fine. We go off of a traditional recipe here, traditional Italian recipe.
Yeah.
So they didn't like that. Next time we can simply just add more Aperol with no problem. Easy stuff. The salads came out 10 to 15 minutes. That's normal. 15 minutes for a good Caesar salad. The prosciutto crisps on there was not bacon. It's actually crisp prosciutto di Parma.
Yeah.
We don't make our Caesar like most people. We actually make a traditional style Caesar with anchovy paste. We emphasize on the lemon. We emphasize on the Parmesan Reggiano cheese. And that's pretty much what we do. We don't have a big array of these mouth-watering, crazy flavors of salad dressing or Ken's Steakhouse, which most of the time you are fucking being duped, and that's exactly what you're eating.
Yeah.
So when you come and eat a traditional normal salad made by Cesar, the actual guy who invented the salad, there are only few ingredients in it.
Yeah.
Okay? Salt, pepper, anchovy, lemon, Parmesan Reggiano, little olive oil, sometimes eggs. So it depends on how you're making it. But the flavor profiles are all there every time. If you're used to going to a restaurant and getting Caesar salad where it's Ken's Steakhouse Caesar dressing or Paul Newman's own or something like that, in which 80% of the fucking restaurants are doing, you're going to come here and say this is a little off.
I had the Caesar last night. It was outstanding.
Yeah, it's great. Every day. You make it fresh Caesar dressing to every order. So the only ingredients are the traditional ingredients, and those flavors together are make exactly what it is.
Yeah.
So we really can't alter that. Sorry, we're not going to add additives for you. So, all right, moving on here. 44-day dry age prime ribeye. All right? Sony, tell me about that. Remember that? So, what they're not mentioning on here is the little disclaimer on the menu that says, I will not cook it past medium rare because that's how it's supposed to be eaten.
Yeah.
Okay? I believe it says medium for those people, but it's always going to come out a little under because it's dry aged. You can't cook. You can, and people will argue with me here, but they can argue all they want. Dry aged steak means a lot of the natural juices and stuff have been dried out of them. The longer you cook it, the worse it is because it's not meant to be cooked all the way through. It's not. You're eating and experiencing that dry age. When those proteins and the fibers and the muscles dry, they tighten up, extract the moisture out of there, and you're eating a pure broke down protein, and you're getting that nice funk, you're getting that age, you're getting that smell, you're getting all that, right? So that's what we want to emphasize. If you're taking a 44-day dry age ribeye and going medium or more, you're destroying the experience of what we're doing here. Get yourself a regular steak, save the money, and still enjoy it the way you want. But I'm not going to sit here and let you bastardize something I know is not going to work out for you. It's not. If I would have cooked it over, you would have said it was no good the other direction. Yeah. So it doesn't matter.
There was a no-win situation.
There's no win on that. Understand what it is you're eating. That $80 your steak is a 44-day bone-in, dry-aged prime ribeye. Of course it costs money, and of course we're not going to bastardize it. We're not. So that's the way that goes. My spouse liked the pasta. Why don't people who write these fucking reviews, okay, why don't they emphasize how good something is? I know why. It's because they don't want to fucking drain out how bad their story had to sound to make it relevant.
Victim mindset.
So check this out. You gave us a 1-2-star review, whatever this was, and you said you could do better at home. Please, Taylor, invite me to your home and impress me. I would love to see it. Can I come to your home? I want you to do better than this. I want you to. I want to be there.
That would be fun.
Casey, what do you think?
So this is an official challenge?
It sounds like a challenge to me. I could do better than this. I could have done better than this. Matter of fact, don't go to your house.
Come here.
Come here.
Yeah.
Let's do it together. We'll get a panel on fucking camera, right? And let's see if Casey can do. I mean, sorry, not Casey. If Taylor
can outcook.
Let's see if Taylor can outcook.
Okay.
I'd like to see it.
That would be fun.
Okay,
That'd be a whole nother.
Or my crew or my staff.
Yeah.
So that's a call out. I like it. Beat fucking Tony Flay. I ate a couple of bites and realized it was getting more rare. It was. I'm sure as you get closer to the bone, that's exactly how we should be eating it. One steak we won't do past medium or anything like that and destroy is that. It just takes too much time. Yeah. There's too much effort from everyone involved, from the butchers to the dry agers to the purveyors to the butchers here to the people who cut them and trim them. It costs too much and there's too much pride involved to fuck it up for you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't care if you're paying. I'll pay you not to fucking ruin.
Yeah, I'll give. You know I mean? I'll eat it right in front of you.
So it seems like everything here. There's some legit things here with the timing. She gets 2 stars for us.
Okay.
No, I'm saying she gave us 2 stars.
Oh, she gave you 2 stars. What do you?
She gave us 2 stars. With all this going said, let me make sure I'm not forgetting anything. My spouse wanted salt. You should ask for salt. I have some of the best salt in the fucking planet. Yeah. I have a fucking Icelandic sea salt. I have birch smoked salt. We have salt from fucking lava rock. I have Sicilian sea salt. I have it all, right? We have
fried shrimp.
Sure, we can give you salt. We're not worried about that, man. It's your taste buds. We want to make sure you're happy. Just don't ruin my steak. But anyway, now what do I give this? I give this I'll stick with her. I'll give her a 2-star review.
Okay.
Because a lot of this stuff could have been settled. Mm-hmm. A lot of it was, some of it was legit gripe. So we can work on that stuff. The timing and stuff is definitely things that we work on all the time.
Yeah.
So we invite those type of comments.
Okay.
Right? But when you say that you could do better, come on. I would love to know who you are because I'm looking for better all the time so I can hire them.
Tyler, Taylor, whatever the fuck your name is. Yeah, if you want to come in here, it's an official challenge. It has been issued.
It's issued. Boom. The gauntlet is dropped. We're going to fucking do this thing.
Well, cheers to fame. Cheers to infamy.
And that's what you get for being famous, right? I guess you can say locally famous.
Say that.
Tyler says he's better than me. Let's make him famous.
Let's do it.
Here's to you. Ciao for now.